as I mentioned for all the folks on here, in our U.S. Declaration of Independence from you guys, which I'm sure you're grateful we're independent now. You wouldn't want the problems we bring, but in there we talk about how you know men are endowed by their creator with inalienable rights. The reason that was put in there was because if something's given by the government, it can be taken by the government. I like to remind vendors of that. If
Hmm.
the government issues patents, we can also violate your patent, and we will in times of war. But that's a negative message, right? And I think that's the negative connotation
Yeah.
that's out there right now. I think we have the technology. Back to the data. It always goes back to the data, Dave. Um, you know, and I this is an overused example, but it's actually really available. The music industry at first was freaking out with Napster, right? And then they were freaking out with all these other, these sites where you could take and download their
Mm.
music. Now every artist gets a royalty fee every single time one of us plays a song on one of these music apps,
And they've
right?
never been richer.
Right. And so how do the manufacturing industry has struggled to wrap their heads around this, but it's not any different. It's just moving packages of data. Now there's more data than just the print, right? There's more data, but that doesn't matter. You put a value on that data and you sell it. So you license that data. And I think I'm sorry, it's a long way to get there, but I think it's a complex answer that we haven't really wrapped our heads around, but it's really not that hard. We use the same technology that's out there to move data right now and monetize that data through royalty fees. And we write that into our contracts with industry. So every time a soldier, sailor, airman, marine, um, guardian, whomever out there, or another nation, by the way, doesn't have to be our own, prints that component out or that item out, they get a royalty fee. And that's how I think we incentivize it.